I'm William Murray, Chairman of the Religious Freedom Coalition in Washington, D.C. And today I'd like to talk to you about a red line being crossed in Syria. But not the red line you might be thinking of, not the red line of chemical weapons, but the red line of trying to separate good terrorists from bad terrorists. It just doesn't work. We saw what happened in Kenya, in Nairobi, the attack on the mall. There were Americans involved, American terrorists, Americans who had joined the Al-Shabaab, the infamous terrorist organization, and participated in an unholy jihad against the innocent people in Nairobi, in a mall where pregnant women were gunned down simply because they did not know the name of Muhammad's mother. Now, you say, what does this have to do with Obama and a red line? Well, the red line occurs when you give a green light to some terrorists and you say, it is all right for you to blow up churches. It's all right for you to kill civilians. It's all right for you to bomb buses of unarmed people because we don't like the government that you're trying to overthrow. So you can holler Allah Akbar as you fire RPGs into crowded places and kill innocent civilians or fire mortars. That's okay. We won't condemn it. We'll just plain look the other way. And then you have bad terrorists that you send drones after and kill them and their families and anybody else that's in the way. Blow up a house to get one terrorist associated with the Taliban. If you kill 20 people, you kill 20 people. Where is the red line? Who determines who are the good terrorists that are fighting on our side and killing people in Syria or who knows where else, and the bad terrorists who are killing people in Afghanistan? You can't have a red line. That's the problem. Take the case of Eric Horan. He's an American citizen. He goes to Syria. He has YouTube videos all over the place of him with al-Nusra, a known terrorist organization that is an affiliate to Al-Qaeda. There's RPGs in his hands. He's shown with a Syrian helicopter being shot down, and he's rushing in a vehicle with other jihadists with al-Nusra in order to make sure that perhaps that the pilot is dead. Now he comes back to the United States in March. He's arrested. Big deal. April, May, June, July, August, September, he's let loose. Charged with a minor crime. No 30 years to life in jail. No charges of violation with the Neutrality Act and all kind of other crimes that he was originally supposed to have been associated with according to the Department of Justice. Why is he let loose? Well, there's a problem. Can't have a big public trial of this guy. Can't go after him for helping rebels who are trying to overthrow the same government that Barack Obama once overthrown. So the case just has to go away. Now we have young Somalis in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. They've vanished. They've gone to Somalia to fight. They're doing the same thing that jihadists are going to Syria to do, to overthrow a secular government. The government of Somalia is secular. The government of Syria is secular. Group A, group of terrorists, they're trying to overthrow the government in Syria. Group B, group of terrorists, they're trying to overthrow the government in Somalia. We are on the side of the government in Somalia. We're on the side of the terrorists in Syria. The red line is crossed. It's like the Roman army crossing the Rubicon. When you give approval to terror, tacit or otherwise, when you support jihadists, when you give jihadists arms, when you give them even humanitarian aid while they are fighting a secular government, you are actually aiding, abetting, and encouraging all Islamic terrorists all over the world. We have seen, since Barack Obama's election the first time around, over and over again, support of radical Islamic elements that have overthrown secular governments, including in Libya, in Tunisia, and Egypt. He called it the Arab Spring. All that happened is it turned into an Arab winter that meant the persecution of Christians and other minorities in nations that were suddenly Islamist instead of secular. Now, with terror, now we have the same situation in Syria. We had Hillary Clinton, we had Barack Obama running around. Assad's days are numbered. All these wonderful free Syrian army people who are moderate. The Free Syrian Army is a mercenary force. The recruits were paid $50,000 by the Saudi government, a Wahhabi government, a radical Wahhabi government. They want democracy. Qatar and the Wahhabi government of Saudis have put in $5 billion so far. $5 billion into this war. They can't win it with mercenaries. Now you have a bunch of jihadi fighters that have come in. The combination between the mercenaries and the jihadi fighters, al-Nusra and Al-Qaeda, they can't win against the secular government. So now the Saudis and Qatar want to send in our troops, send in our Air Force. Hey, the Saudis have an Air Force. If they don't like what's going on in Syria, if they want airstrikes in Syria, let them do it. Let them send pilots into harm's way. This is a Saudi war in Syria. It is Saudi inspired. It was violent from day one. It was an armed uprising from day one, and it was paid for cash on the barrelhead by the Saudis. Red line, if the Saudis want jihadist fighters somewhere, it's okay with our administration. We love the Saudis. We love their religious police here. We love the way they torture Christian guest workers. We love the way women are beaten in the street. Oh, the Saudi government is just wonderful. On the other hand, the Assad government that protects Jewish holy sites and Christians and churches, they have to be done away with, and an Islamist government has to be installed. A red line. The United States of America, under the direction of Barack Obama, has gone across the red line. We support terrorists. And when you support terrorists, you send a message to other terrorists. This is the wrong message, particularly when it's a schizophrenic message coming out of the White House that tells some terrorists, you're good, we support you, other terrorists, you're bad, we're going to kill you. In